Technical difficulties. Woohoo. Okay, so I'm back here doing more live algorithm challenges. Now, I have to admit that I getting a little bored. And there's a reason why I didn't do a lot of algorithm challenges when I was teaching myself to code. I was too into building projects and learning how to do new things and using them to actually make something. However, as an exercise, algorithms, you're doing all the same processes when you're building an app and figuring out an algorithm. You have to figure out what you want to do, what the requirements are, features, whatever it is. Break the problem, break it down into smaller steps. Understand each step of the way, what you need to do, and then figure out how to do it. Basically, so it is a good exercise. So let's see how long I can keep doing this before I get too bored. Oh, now parse float is still there, but I did that one yesterday. But I failed it yesterday, I think. Right, because I learned about is NaN as a thing. Okay, but let's try this string repeat. I don't like doing the same one over and over again. Write a function called repeat string, which repeats the given string source, or I assume that stands for source because it usually does, exactly count times. Okay, so I'm going to write a function, which is pretty typical in these. Repeat string. Okay, so there's the count and there's the source. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. So the source exactly count times. So I assume this number is the count because it's a number, and n probably stands for number. I'm going to make myself less confused by making these actual words. There we go. Well, I'll even do this because that's what they do in the description. You know what? I'll make myself even less confused by doing exactly what they do in the description. Naming things is important so that you don't get confused and other developers who read your code don't get confused. Let's not confuse each other. This is not good. Programming is confusing enough as it is. Okay, so repeat string. So this is going to be the string, and this is going to be how many times I'm going to repeat it. So this one gets repeated 6 times, this one gets repeated 5 times. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Boop. By the way, you guys can totally chat with each other while I'm doing this because there's like 4 of you, and I would like to see what you guys, who you are and what you think and all that good stuff too. It was really fun last week sometime. I think I had like 5 viewers and there was actually a good chat going on. It was kind of fun. Okay, and this is how I get really distracted. And I didn't set a timer for myself. I usually do that, but I don't have my phone. I'm not going to worry about it. Just I'll keep my eye on the time. I have a little time thing up here too, so I'll make sure I don't go way over because we don't want to take too long on these things. Okay, I haven't even started yet. So I'm going to get source and I'm going to repeat it count times. So just get a string and then I guess I can just concatenate a string X amount of times. I guess that would, is there a simpler way of doing this? I don't really know if there's a method for just repeating something a certain amount of times. I wouldn't be surprised if there was. There's all sorts of different JavaScript methods. I'm going to look it up actually, because if that's an easy way of doing it, then like, is there a repeat method in JavaScript? Well, let's see if there is. Okay, so maybe other languages have repeat, but you don't know. Well, wait a minute. String prototype repeat. Good old MDN never fails. Okay, it constructs and returns a new string which contains the specified number of copies of the string on which it is called, concatenated together. That's exactly what I want. Yay, JavaScript. Because I'm happy. I love the example too. That's very good. So chorus is the string here, and you call it on the string, repeat, and then how many times. That makes this so much easier than what I was originally thinking I would have to do. And of course, all the different JavaScript methods, you can use for loops or whatever you need to accomplish the same thing, but they're just these awesome little shortcuts that are built into the language. It's awesome. Now if I can remember what I just read because I was too busy talking. Okay, string, prototype, repeat. That's what I'm gonna do. So the string is source, repeat, count. And the return statement should be here as well instead of down there. Delete. Okay, that should do it, right? Let's try it. Yay! Look at how simple that was. Oh, that's so much nicer than what I was thinking of doing. Okay, so I submitted it, right? Submit. Oh, it's thinking about it. Submitting final solution. Don't take too long, please. I always like looking at what other people came up with. Okay, same thing. And then they did an arrow function, same thing. Ah, see? Now here's the other thing. I was thinking about using a for loop and then concatenating each subsequent string. So that's another way of doing it if you don't know about the handy dandy repeat method. Yeah, so they just declared string as an empty string, starting at index 0, as long as I is less than n, that's the number of counts, and then going to the next one basically. And then you take string, and then you add s, which is the string. And you do that so many times, and then you return string. So that's what you could have done. Awesome. That was pretty nice. Oh no. What? Oh, sorry. I just read in the comments that the entire MDN team got laid off today. What? I have not heard this stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look into this after this. Well, whoever they are, they've done an amazing job. They've done a great job. I love MDN. That is sad face. Let's see. It's been 8 minutes and 48 seconds. I think I can do another one. As long as it's not terribly difficult. Let's get another debugging one. Those ones are really fun and easy. I like those ones. Beginner series cockroach. Ugh. This parse float one, I need to remember how to do it. I better do it. This one I did last night, and there was something I didn't quite getting right. Didn't quite get right. Oh look, it even saved my code from yesterday. Oh, good job, people. But this is not quite right. Because here, let me just show you. Well, no, it passes this test, but there's other tests that it doesn't pass. So yeah, this is just one little test. But when I attempt it, I fail a few tests. And oh, let me just go to the instructions so you know what's happening here. Write a function, parse f, which takes an input and returns a number or null if conversion is not possible. So if the result is not a number, in other words, return null. The input can be one of many different types, so be aware or beware. Now for this one, this is what I had, and it wasn't passing some tests. So I looked at some of the solutions because I ran out of time, and I found out about is NaN, is not a number, which is another built-in JavaScript function. So that was very nice to know. So with that new knowledge, what am I going to do? I'm going to say, I'm probably going to wrap this in is NaN. Parsed is parse float s. Okay, so I'm going to say is NaN, whoops, is NaN parsed. And then that should return true or false. That should return true or false. So let's do this. Let's do the ternary operator again. So if it's true, what do I want to happen? If it is not a number, I want it to return null. And if it's false, it's not a number, which means it is a number, even though not a number is actually a number type. Let's not get into that. Then I'm going to return parsed. Return, and then get rid of this. See if that works. Attempt, 0 failed, 9 passed. How do you make a 9? 9 passed. I've been doing too much of this apparently. That's fine. Okay, submit. Hey, I did another one. Yes. So we learned a couple new functions tonight. We learned about repeat, which iterates a string, a given string, however many times you want, which is handy if you want to repeat lyrics like the happy song. And also is not a number, is NaN, to check whether something is NaN or not. Awesome. So thanks for watching, you guys. Okay, before I go, let me ask, so I've been doing these Codewars challenges for the past couple weeks-ish, and obviously I'm learning something new every night and working through problems, and it's good. But if I do get bored and decide to do something else, I was thinking about building a React app from scratch and just doing something fun, like finding an API like an open source API I can do something with and display something cool. I don't know. What do you guys think of that idea? I'm a React developer. I've been working in React Native a lot, so I'm hoping I'm not using my actual web development skills, because mobile development is very different in many ways, even though it's still React when you're using React Native. But yeah, if you guys have ideas of kind of a simple, fun React app I could build live from scratch, see if I can do it. Shoot me a message or wherever we're on, wherever you know me from. But thanks for coming, and I'll probably do this the rest of the week. Usually around 8 I do it, but thanks for coming, guys. Oh, how do I push stop?